Looks like Wheat Waffles getting some heat. Look at this like to dislike ratio. That's pretty rough. People are starting to see behind the veil, I guess, of his intentions. So, Wheat Waffles, for those of you who don't know, Wheat Waffles is a black pill genius. I believe he's got multiple PhDs on dating and attraction. And he knows pretty much everything there is to know about women, dating, and sex. And so, we're going to be blessed to see this new video of his bringing men up, helping them build their self esteem, take control of their lives, and generally just become better members of society. So let's see what he has to say.
So, you might have seen me upload a video in the last couple months, which quite a lot were questioning, including a top comment, 700 likes, why I uploaded it. As it was only a few months before when I uploaded a different video saying I was quitting for good. So which is it? Am I coming back or am I gone forever? Well, today I'll be explaining everything, giving the full story and situation of the future of me and this channel. To give the short answer of the title, yes, but not in the same way. The main point from the last video still stands that when my face is out there, it causes too many problems to my life, and especially for the girls I'm dating, because cuckoo people with cuckoo intentions love sticking their nose.
Is he cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Too many cuckoo people. Who? Okay. All right. Interesting start. Yes. Do I believe that he gets harassment and such in real life for his videos? 1,000%. But when your entire channels about how women only care about one thing, it's looks, nothing else, everything else is irrelevant. That's it. The only thing that ever mattered. Now, don't go outside and look at the couples and see how there's tons of average men with attractive women. Don't interact with women and see that there's things like chemistry, see that different women react to different things. Let's not actually interact with women, okay? Because that's it's too gritty, too real. Let's avoid that and just listen to this theory that I learned at broscience.com and explain why you are a victim. You shouldn't try. You should be depressed. Women are shallow. Women are the problem. They're really your enemy. And it's not your fault. You're a victim. Okay? Even though you never even try, even though you haven't improved yourself, you're complaining about looks. Are you shredded? No. You're fat. Oh, you're ultra skinny and you look malnourished. Well, that couldn't even affect your looks. You did make a video saying how, getting into better shape doesn't affect your looks. People believe that. Like, that's crazy to me. But let's see what else he has to say.
I'm not locked in anymore. Here's the real story. Back when I was uploading regular, I was with this one girl for 2.5 years. And I'm not joking, every day was the same. Call it locked in, monk mode, whatever. But every day I'd wake up, we'd have a little cuddle, then I'd go to my house and work on for videos for 8 hours, 10 hours. Then I'd go running because I was a runner. I ran 154 for 800 meters and thought it could go somewhere. Then I'd spend another hour or two doing the face ratings from the guys that bought them, based on how many purchased that day. And then I'd go back to my girlfriend's house, do what people in relationships do, then wake up the next day and do the exact same thing over and over and over. I did that for pretty much 1,000 days in a row, and it was great. I must have spent at least 1K on love gloves in that time. But when we split up over a year ago, which was caused by other cuckoo people with cuckoo problems, I was like, right, I've been locked in for 3 years. I've made good money. But what do I actually want to do now?
He's talking about people being cuckoo, but he had a fan. Let me put my self up there. He had a fan who named himself after him, named Professor Waffles, who committed a mass killing. So I don't know. His biggest fan did that. People are harassing him. I don't know, if those are on the same level or not.
Well, I didn't want to stay locked in and continue with the presentations because they take ages. Honestly, you guys don't understand how long the videos took. So I was like, maybe I should find a new girlfriend. And I'm not joking, I went on 100 dates in a year. Seriously, I added them up.
Okay, so here's one of the many times where Wheat Waffles, in one sentence, has destroyed his entire philosophy, has disproven all of his previous arguments, because he has said that he is a 5 out of 10. in looks. He's also said that if you're not a 6 out of 10, cold approach won't work. He said it's just not worth doing. You're not going to get results. He's also said the same with online dating. It's all about looks. If you're not good looking, you're not going to get dates. If that's true, how did you get 100 dates? If that's true, how did you get more dates than most men do in their entire lives? And I appreciate the amount of action taking, but he needs a little bit of self-awareness and reflection to realize all the stuff he was saying in the past must be completely false, because if it was true, he couldn't get those results. And maybe he'll say, well, actually, maybe I am super good looking. He's pretty average, right? He's not a particularly good looking guy. He's blurring his face. It's pretty average. If he can get that much success, if he can get 100 dates, it's pretty reasonable to think that, unless you're obese, absolutely look like, some Tolkien Mordor creature, that you'll probably be able to have some degree of success as well. We'll see his explanation, but it's pretty mind-boggling.
50 from apps, 40 from daytime approaches, 10 from night.
Okay, so from approaching and from apps, from the exact things he said wouldn't work for him. So if you decide you want to listen to people like this, really pay attention to the contradictions, pay attention to the lack of evidence when they make arguments about it, how it's hopeless, and how things that show it does work has evidence. His actual approaches, his actual experience when he put himself out there, things actually started working. So there you have it. Wheat Waffles once again disproving all of his beliefs very quickly, very efficiently, showing that cold approach does work, online dating does work, and even if you're someone who's probably very cringe, I'm sure his approaches are not the smoothest, most charismatic in the world. Let's be real. You can still get results if you actually take action instead of listening to all these people on the internet who say it's hopeless. And that's why I have testimonials of guys like a 38-year-old, 5'6", maybe 5'7", but I want to say 5'6", bald, Indian virgin, losing his virginity and sleeping with over 20 women in 1 year. I'll have that linked somewhere. That's why I've had clients who are short, who are every ethnicity, clients who are overweight. Now, maybe morbidly obese, it's going to be tough, but who are overweight, who don't have good features, whatever it is, having success. That's why I have testimonials and even infield of those people getting success with women. And that's why I have tons of infield of myself having success with women. You just have to be willing to get off the couch, stop listening to theory as if it's true. Just because someone has followers doesn't mean they know what they're talking about. You should always be skeptical. Be skeptical of me. Now, I actually show evidence, right? I actually show real life interactions. But even be skeptical of me, test my theories. Get off the couch and test and find out what works and what doesn't. If it turns out you approach a bunch of women and they all hate you, then okay, maybe the black pill is true. But believing that before you've done that, it's just shooting yourself in the foot. You're making success an impossibility. You're guaranteeing, you're creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. Oh, well, women don't like me because I'm too ugly. How do you know? Well, I know because they don't approach me. Women, I never got approached in high school. I never got approached. I got approached by one like really unattractive girl in college once. So it's not like I'm getting hit on all the time. Most men very rarely get asked out by women. That's not going to happen. So relying on that is silly. Okay, have you actually tried? Have you gotten a pro photo shoot? Have you gone and approached women and asked them out? No? Okay, well, then you don't know that you're too ugly. You just haven't put yourself out there and found out the reality. So if you want to accelerate that progress, if you feel stuck, if you're someone who wants to have more options with women in your life, but you don't know how to get started, you don't know how to get those first dates, those first numbers, those first, even lays, then click the link below and I'll show you how I can get you more progress, more results in one weekend of meeting women than most men do in years.